within this moment, the only moment that exists. The past, present, and future are contained. All living beings have Buddha nature and can become Buddhas. Better than a long speech is a single quietening word. I am always at the beginning. Conquer anger by love. Evil by good, conquer the miser with liberality. And the liar with truth. Develop a mind that is vast like space, where experiences both pleasant and unpleasant can appear and disappear without conflict, struggle, or harm. Rest in a mind like vast sky. The ignorant man is an ox. He grows in size, not in wisdom. There's a treasury full of jade and jewels, it is in you. Don't go searching far from home, for it's here. Letting go of our suffering is the hardest work we will ever do. Do not speak, unless it improves on silence. Dharma is not upheld by talking about it. Dharma is upheld by living in harmony with it. Wherever we go, wherever we remain, the results of our actions follow us. The mind precedes all things. The mind dominates all things. The mind creates all things. Even loss and betrayal can bring us awakening. Mind is everything. What we think, we become. I am a finger pointing to the moon. Don't look at me, look at the moon. Our sorrows and wounds are healed only when we touch them with compassion. To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. No matter what path you choose, really walk it. There is nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Doubt separates people. It is a poison that disintegrates friendships and breaks up pleasant. He who experiences the unity of life sees his own self in all beings. You only lose that which you cling to. Foolish, ignorant people indulge in careless lives, whereas a clever man guards his attention as his most precious possession. At the end of the way is freedom. Until then, patience. We are the same as plants, as trees, as other people, as the rain that falls. We consist of that which is around us. We are the same as everything. Believe nothing because it is written in books. Believe nothing because wise men say it is so. Believe nothing because it is religious doctrine. Believe it only because you yourself know it to be true. If you don't see God in the next person you meet, look no further. Friendship is the only cure for hatred, the only guarantee of peace. When you come upon a path that brings benefit and happiness to all, follow this course as the moon journeys through the stars. Overcome the angry by non-anger, overcome the wicked by goodness, overcome the miser by generosity, overcome the liar by truth. Each day of my life I am sowing seeds that one day I will harvest. The more fully we give our energy, the more it returns to us. Consider others as yourself. We are formed and molded by our thoughts. Those whose minds are shaped by selfless thoughts give joy when they speak or act. All that we are is the result of what we have thought, what we think we become. Why do what you will regret? Why bring tears upon yourself? Do only what you do not regret, and fill yourself with joy. Do not look at the faults of what others have done or not done. Observe what you yourself have done or not done. To force oneself to believe and to accept a thing without understanding is political, and not spiritual or intellectual. As a mountain is unshaken by the wind, so the heart of a wise person is unmoved by all the changes on this earth. All have I overcome. All do I know. From all am I detached. All have I renounced. Wholly absorbed am I in the destruction of craving. Having comprehended all by myself, whom shall I call my teacher? Your greatest weapon is your enemy's mind. There are 3 ways to correct our faults. We can change through behavior, we can change through understanding, we can change heart. An outside enemy exists only if there is anger inside. Anyone who is not working toward the truth is missing the whole point of living. Just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. Perfect wisdom, perfect tranquility, perfect compassion arise from our love, our sincerity, our understanding. I know what I gave them, I don't know what they received. When we free ourselves of desire, we will know serenity and freedom. There are 2 things that we should avoid. O disciple, a life of pleasures, that is low and vain. A life of mortification, that is useless and vain. Nothing is forever except change. Even if a fool lived with a wise man all his life, he would still not recognize the truth. Like a wooden spoon cannot recognize the flavor of the soup. Like a lovely flower full of color but lacking in fragrance, are the words of those who do not practice what they teach. Every experience, no matter how bad it seems, holds within a blessing of some kind. The goal is to find it. Pity arises when we are sorry for someone. Compassion is when we understand and help wisely. Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but out of admiration adopt them yourself. May all beings everywhere plagued with sufferings of body and mind quickly be freed from their illnesses. May those frightened cease to be afraid, and may those bound be free. May the powerless find power, and may people think of befriending each other. May those who find themselves in trackless, fearful wilderness, the children, the aged, the unprotected, be guarded by beneficent celestials. And may they swiftly attain Buddhahood. To understand everything is to forgive everything. The fool thinks he has won a battle when he bullies with harsh speech. But knowing how to be forbearing alone makes one victorious. No one outside ourselves can rule us inwardly. When we know this, we become free. He who is grateful doesn't suffer. A person is not learned nor wise because he talks much, the person who is patient, free from hatred and fear. That person is called learned and wise. Be a lamp to yourself. Be your own confidence. Hold on to the truth within yourself as to the only truth. Nothing is to be clung to as I, me or mine. One should not kill a living being, nor cause it to be killed, nor should one incite another to kill. Do not injure any being, either strong or weak, in the world. Those who are truly wise will remain unmoved by feelings of happiness and suffering, fame and disgrace, praise and blame, gain and loss. They will remain calm like the eye of a hurricane. As you walk and eat and travel, be where you are. Otherwise you will miss most of your life. If a man's mind becomes pure, his surroundings will also become pure. If you find no one to support you on the spiritual path, walk alone. There is no companionship with the immature. It is impossible to underestimate the significance of your today's choices. To utter pleasant words without practicing them is like a fine flower without fragrance. Your enemy can be your greatest teacher. Love yourself and watch today, tomorrow, always. To straighten the crooked you must first do a harder thing, straighten yourself. The greatest impurity is ignorance. Free yourself from it. Be pure. Why cling to the pain and the wrongs of yesterday? Why hold on to the very things that keep you from hope and love? Crying with the wise is better than laughing with the fool.